Peace and love. 000 on the clock. Sending you all positive energy, high vibes, success on your entrepreneurship, our love, our positivity. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. You hit the like button and you leave me any comments or any questions in my description below. Today, I'm going to be speaking about the power of the vortex. How can we tune in to the power of the vortex to create soul evolution? So, to describe the vortex, it's the energy of the electric magnetic field starting from the center. It's an organized field of the ley lines, the electric magnetic energy, the atoms. It's an organized field of energy, and it starts from the center. Also symbolic to the spiral structure. And once we are in complete alignment with the vortex, we are tapped into the mystical energy, the energy of the spiritual realm of the 5D. I always say Einstein energy. We have the understanding how to align with the true divinity. Once we know our true nature, we create liberation. Okay? So we have to relax and focus on being aligned with the divine source. Okay? This is an energy that's filled with unification, love, companionship, alignment with the true self. Okay? And focusing on the internal, intuitively. Okay? And focusing on that inner voice inside of us. And our positivity, our creativity, the things that we want to manifest into our reality. Okay? Once we focus on our inner dreams, they are stored in the vortex. Okay? So it's just like I told you if you hear me speak about the photons, the angles of light, the electric magnetic spectrum of lighting that resonates with Amun Ra, and also our nervous system that is wired with electric magnetic charge and energy from that sun that align with the 7 main body chakras with the 7 main color spectrum. We are constantly putting out thoughts, also the emotions, and they are transformed into a vibrational state. And I always say that the universe is always listening. What we say, what we do, is not going unnoticed. So when we speak, we sending out that vibration of light, that photon, that invisible light, that electrical light, and then 333 on the clock, it manifests into our physical reality. Okay? So we have to focus on uplifting things. Okay? Being empowered with our creativity, the passion from our heart, and also working on our soul purpose. Okay? We align the reality of our desires, okay, by meditating, visualizing, being in that center requires for us to embody self-love, to be compassionate, to spread love freely, to do what we love to do freely. Okay? We are masters of our ships. We create our reality based upon our thoughts. 444 was just on the clock. Okay? So we are what we think. like mentalism. All is mind, mind is all. Mind is matter. And every time we look up into that sky, whether it's light or dark, it's in resonance with us. Okay? And it will help us to create a glorious reality. But we have to be consistent. We have to be making effort to be able to tune into the energy of the vortex. And when we do, we are uplifted with positivity, love, passion, drive, hard work, dedication. Okay? And we are in alignment with our true self. How do we align with our true self? We align with our true self by being whoever we want to be. Long as we are operating out of that harmonizing field of love, we are being compassionate. We are being loved. We are mastering that craft that we love to do. We are seeing forth that we are pursuing our soul purpose on the planet to our greatest good, with our best potential. We are participating in meditating, clearing ourselves from all negative energy and things that are not fulfilling to us. Once we do, that's when we are aligned with the vortex, which is an energy field of being in a center. Okay, in the beginning, just like our cells, we start off at 1 and it multiplies. Just like the energy of the flower of life, the geometry figures, everything starts in the center, just like the Big Bang Theory introduction as well in the black hole. Okay, before there was something, there was nothing. So we have the electric magnetic color spectrum, and it's constantly working. It's continuously moving. Atoms is continuously moving. We see some of the lights, and some of the lights are invisible, and it's spiraling, and it has that electrical energy, and it's eternal like we are. Okay, so when you think of the vortex, just think of a huge electric magnetic energy of angles of light, ley lines, atoms, protons, neutrons, electrons, carbon-12, matter. And it's just all moving constantly. And once we put ourselves in that center and we focus on love, creativity, passion from the heart, inspiration, positivity, we put ourselves in perfect alignment with universal laws. Then the universe is conspiring in our favor. We start to do things once we start creating things that we never thought that we could do. Is because we're stepping outside of our comfort zone. We living in the wildest childhood imagination. And children, they love to explore every aspect of themselves, okay? And that's what we have to turn back to in order to tap into the true passion of the soul, okay? And once we take on these techniques of meditating, being in the vortex, our cells of the body is moving and being replenished by vibration. Okay, we even have our facial muscles that starts to ripple through our body, and the cells of our body replenishes by vibrating, and we are receiving the messages inside of that vortex, and we're sending them out into the universe, and then it manifests into our physical reality. So we have to become clear in a state of positivity, in a state of the present moment, in order to create beautiful things and to be right in the center of the vortex. Okay? And you always hear me say, we are masters of our ships. We are natural born leaders. We are responsible of creating whatever we want to create in this reality. And we can do whatever we want to do, long as we put our mind to it. And we are consistent, and no matter what's going on externally, and it can be a bunch of chaos going on, but never involve yourself in the chaos. Even if you see it, smile and just embody love. Once you embody that love and you take on these techniques of making yourself feel good, being whoever you want to be, tapping into your individuality, you create beautiful things. Okay? I always be familiar with that. My left eye blinking. So we have power in the direct thought. Okay? And once we in the energy of suppressed emotions, I like to speak about low energy and negative energy. Okay? And experiences externally, physically, that is not good. Even not so good events that happens in our life. And once we are aware of them, we then are aware of how to balance the energy, transmit the energy from negative to positive. Okay, so fear is a low vibrating energy, 222 on the clock. It takes us off alignment and it disconnects us to the true divinity. Okay, so whatever we focus on, we put our intentions into, and it becomes a habit. So if we are scared of something, and for example, we could say, I'm afraid of not having enough money. So once you have that energy of the fear of not having enough and being on a budget and thinking money is always running away from you, it's going to run away from you. So if you change the mindset of not being afraid of not having enough and align with having abundance and say, I always have more money. Excuse me, I'm outside. 3:33 on the clock. I always have more money than I imagine. I have so much money to spend, and every time I do spend money, it's multiplied. It's going to manifest in your reality. If you are worried about being disconnected from the universe, you're going to always be disconnected. But if you focus on saying, I am connected, you are being consistent and you are putting yourself in alignment, then you're going to be connected to the universe. Okay? So we have polarity that's manifested, that we have to be able to balance it out in order to create beautiful things. Okay? And two ways of resolving fear, okay, is to meditate. Put your mind in a quiet, in a calm state, and you will create transformation in a positive way. Okay, I always say this technique: 7 days of positive affirmations will transform your life for the good. 21 days is well, but starting off at 7:15 on the clock, you will see great improvement. Okay, also put yourself in a direct moment of thought, always in the present moment, and you will be in a space where you can create. You will be in a space of awareness. You will be in a space of empowerment, of creativity, and of love. It's like when the universe is conspiring in your favor, then things is just going to start happening for you abundantly. And when you're working on mastering that craft, you're going to receive downloads from the universe of just several ideas of creativity. They're just going to start coming to you like that. And the universe downloads us those creative abilities too, as we start working on ourselves. Even when we are leaders and we are teachers, sometimes I say things and I know it's coming from a higher source. That message was just downloaded from the ancient ancestors, and I just said it. And I can go back and I can listen to some of my videos, and I'm like, wow, I didn't even think of it. It just came out. And that's how powerful we are. That's how connected we are. 6:56 on the clock to the universe. We are immortal. And every time that we go outside and we look into the sky, we look at the trees, we look at the birds, we look at the bees, we look at the celestial beings, we're all here as one. 17:17 on the clock. No one is better than the other. Everyone is here thriving to be their best. And we are all divine beings. Okay? So another way we can connect with the vortex energy is being in forward feeling. Okay? And once we reactivate the reaction of thought, we are being in the forward feeling energy. Okay? We're activating the feeling of being loved. Okay? And it's just like we stay in that positive affirmation and we feeling it with emotion. We are smiling. Okay? When we smile more, it's a high vibrational energy. It sends signals to the brain of happiness. We're sending signals to the brain, determining by how our body is feeling, how we are communicating, how we are feeling in emotion. So once you smile, you raise your vibration. Okay? And for an example, the feeling of interest, of feeling forward. You can say, I love this moment. I love the grass. I love the feeling of passion. I love the feeling of optimism. I love the feeling of co-creation. I love the feeling of unification. I love the feeling of communicating. I love the feeling 1919 on the clock, when individuals are creating mutual relationships and they are bonding, creating beautiful things in the universe. Okay? This puts us in a direct moment. Feeling good about ourselves. Okay? In the vortex, this gives us the energy of feeling good. It gives us the energy of the solution and the answer. It gives us the energy of our true divinity of who we are. It gives us the energy of being acceptance to reality and seeing things for what they are. It gives us the energy to be aware of how we are feeling. Okay, it gives us the energy of guidance. It gives us the energy to know exactly what we are deserving of and to pursue that passion from our heart with drive, motivation, determination, focus, and devotion. Okay? So once we look within and we go to the next level, every time that we go in that divine feminine energy of that intuitive, we start to have the understanding of who we are. We accept that reality. And we then become liberated. Okay? So once you in the now, it is where you meet your awareness of existence, of the vibrational reality. Okay? And you have the path of the liberation and creation, awareness, true divinity. And you're making decisions based upon who you are. Okay? And once you are in that energy, you are in a space to create abundant things. 21:21 on the clock. I always be familiar with that. So just know that you are master of the ship. And you can participate in the positive affirmations, visualizing, okay, to be in that vortex, creation, putting up a vision board as well, and continue to move forward with positivity and love. Okay, you also can take on a positive energy of divine feminine energy of connecting with your sexual powers of magic. Okay, and I always tell individuals, I just did a video on divine feminine energy, how powerful it is. 2:22 on the clock. Don't never run away or feel like it's not right, because everything enters from the womb. Divine feminine energy is a sacred and the most powerful energy in the universe. And once we are using our gifts and we're manifesting, we're visualizing, and we mixing our sexual energy in there, whew, it's so powerful. It's so powerful. And once I participate in that divine feminine energy of the sexual energy, it's just like abundant, and I could just feel the vibration raising. Okay, and I'm gonna give you a little bit of energy of what you could do. Just give you some things. For an example, you can take natural coconut oil, okay, and get you a red candle. Also, if you are familiar with your ancient origins, call out each one of your ancestors' names, because as we call out their name, once we speak one name, it makes them live again. Okay, so in my sexual energy magic, I call on my ancient ancestors to participate with me, so the power is amplified. Okay, and even if we have a collective consciousness and we have different names from our ancient ancestors that different traditions use, you can use each and every last one of them, and they're going to show up for you. Okay, so for an example, as I'm in the middle of doing my sexual energy magic, I call on Odaku, Obatala, Orulo, Shango, Asarnaset, Samet, Baskinet, Amun Ra, Newt, okay, Gad, Tevnut, Semet, Lionhead Goddess, Anubis. I call on all of them, okay? And the power is amplified. And you have to close your eyes as you're participating in that sexual energy magic with a candle. Also an incense of choice. Also a fan. If you have one, use all your 4 elements. Also, you can get a pine cone as well. And get you some natural coconut oil. Very healing for divine feminine womb. Also, citrine is healing for the womb as well. And you take all of your tubes and you visualize everything that you want to bring forth into your reality, and call on your ancient ancestors to assist you. If you are unfamiliar with them, start to research the ancient ancestors. What did they do? Because as you speak of them, as you worship them and have the knowledge of them, you make them live again, and you perceive a higher level of consciousness, and they're going to help guide you on your journey. Okay, so when you're tapping into divine feminine energy of the magical and the sexual energy, it's the energy of motherhood. It's the energy of love, unification, procreation. Okay, self-empowerment, willpower, spiritual ascension. Okay, self-fulfillment and pleasures, rituals, and it's sacred. So never be afraid to turn back to your true divinity of your divine feminine sexual energy. You can add that on as a powerful ritual. And if you have any questions or any comments, leave it in my description below, and I will help guide you on that energy to tap back into your divine feminine energy. And it's healing for the mind, the body, the spirit, and the soul. And it's going to connect you to higher realms, and you're going to bring your manifestations in quicker. Good things are just going to start happening for you like this. And it's just because you're tapped into the true divinity of the soul. And we're all connected to that energy of that vortex. We just have to put ourselves in perfect alignment of what we are deserving of. Focus on it. Be love. Be positivity. Be creative. And be in that present moment. Learn how to direct the conscious mind, to redirect the subconscious mind, and to be in that present moment. Okay, we create from being present. We create from being love, positive, unifying, and creating. I love you all. I'm sending you all positive energy and high vibes. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. You hit the like button, and you leave me any comments or any questions in my description below. I love you, and I'll be back with more. Peace and love.